What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, depending what time zone you're in, it's Sunday night or Monday morning. My Monday morningers, very sorry for y'all. Those that I don't think it's anyone's favorite day of the week, but I have a good show to help you get you through your day. Sunday nighters, relax and get ready for the week ahead. All right, you guys, I have a great show set up for you today. In our Jamaica news, 3 planes, 300 rescuers, and 500 tons of humanitarian aid has landed in Jamaica from El Salvador. Behind the feet and off the record, Erika Kirk sleeping with JD Vance. Erika Kirk breaks down into tears, and Erika wants cameras inside the courtroom. In quick news, we're going to talk Tory Lanez, Meg Thee Stallion, Snoop Dogg, 6ix9ine, John Morant, Diddy, Godfrey, Donald Trump, Cardi B, Stefon Diggs, Meek Mill, Elon Musk, the number one Halloween costume, the Blue Jays, Barack and Michelle Obama. As always, we're going to close out the show with comments of the day, social discussion of the day, and question of the day. Y'all know what time it is. Turn the TV, the radio, your devices up. Come on, Monday morningers, wake up. I'm about to start this show. Let's go. All right, in today's Jamaica news, the first plane carrying aid from El Salvador arrived in Jamaica last night following the devastation caused by Hurricane Melissa. In total, 3 planes were delivered, and they delivered relief one day, bringing 300 rescuers and 500 tons of humanitarian aid. Landing in Kingston at 2 a.m., and they were there to people were there to capture the beautiful moment of solidarity. Over 300 rescue personnel from El Salvador arrived to help Jamaican relief efforts after Hurricane Melissa. This is amazing to see. Real solidarity in action. I just hope the teams and aides aren't concentrating on one area, but distribute everything across all affected parishes so everyone gets the help they need. All right, I have a video. This video was actually really captivating to me. So not only just was it filmed well, but just to see how everybody was so focused and determined to get there, I thought it was really beautiful. I want to share it with you guys. Take a quick look. See what I'm saying? They look like they ain't ready to play, man. They're holding their flags, they're walking in like they look like, yo, we're here to clean up, we're here to work, let's go. Anyways, I thought that was really nice. I did a quick research on ChatGPT to find out why El Salvador was there, and they said the Caribbean and Central American regions share vulnerability to hurricanes and disasters. Helping neighbors is also a way to strengthen ties and show regional solidarity in emergencies. Profile and leadership in humanitarian response. For El Salvador, it is a relatively large humanitarian operation overseas. This helps raise its profile as a country capable of international assistance. The news articles note that this action strengthens the capacity of the country and positions it as an actor in the region when disasters strike. So that is the background of El Salvador. Also, 2 other things to note quickly. Jamaica has been ranked the number 1 country in the world for helping strangers, according to the 2025 World Happiness Report. So I wanted to put that out there for a time when Jamaicans really need strangers' help the most, and people from around the world. Just know that according to the 2025 World Happiness Report, Jamaicans are the number 1 people to help strangers. So I thought that was nice to share with y'all. And before we wrap up, I just wanted to give you guys some fun facts and some actually cool facts about Jamaica. Take a listen.
Where are you from?
Jamaica.
True or false, Jamaica actually sits on top of a large underwater mountain?
That's true.
What's Jamaica's original name?
It is Zamaka. It was originally founded by Taino Indians.
When?
Around 600 AD.
How did Jamaica's flag come to be?
So on the 9th of August 1962, Independence Day, they held a national competition. And that's how the Jamaica flag was born.
You sound very proud to be a Jamaican.
Very. Big up.
True or false, it's the third largest island in the Caribbean.
False.
What is it?
We're first. We're small, but we're Talawa.
Tell me something most people don't know about Jamaica.
So Jamaica was the first country outside of Europe to build a railway in 1845. It's the only flag in the world that does not contain red, white, or blue.
Yo, shout out to Zamaka. Yo, like, both my parents are Jamaican. My entire family, aunts, uncles, friends, everybody is Jamaican in our family. I had no clue that Zamaka was the name of Jamaica before Jamaica. Anyways, want to share that with you guys. As always, for the next couple of days or a few weeks, we are going to put the link in our description below. If I'm not mistaken, it's the first link in the description. And that is for the relief effort. For anybody that would like to donate to Jamaica, please do not donate to any other link but this one. There's a lot of fraudulent links out there. Please donate to this one. This goes, if you want to donate, this goes directly to the Jamaican government. Thank you very much for all your help, support, and well wishes. All right, in our first Behind the Feed and Off the Record, I am Annie Sandball, and I teach micro-expression and all things non-verbal. All right. This is somebody who teaches microexpression and nonverbal actions, and she has been asked by multiple people to dissect who? JD Vance and Erika Kirk. Because what the helly? Like, what is going on? I have seen this video across my timeline for the past couple of days, and I did a deep dive. I felt this. I'm sure you guys have felt this. Now we have an expert that's telling us. I've been hearing things rumbling behind the scenes, but listen to this video and then I'll let you know the rumblings, because this is Behind the Feed and Off the Record. Take a listen.
I've gotten several requests to decode this video with Erika Kirk and JD Vance. Let's look at JD Vance's side of the hug first. He gives a tight hug with a pat on the back. So some people often pat people on the back. That's just kind of how they manage a longer hug. And for some people, that patting on the back is what they do to comfort someone else. He also rests his hands after the hug for a second on her waist area, which can be a sign of affection and or romantic interest. It's the move to slide her hands up and grasp and cradle his head that is getting so much attention. This is a move that we women do when we are in a deep kiss, which is why it looks so very intimate. Erika then ends her hug by grasping his shoulders, which is a sign of affection and closeness. That said, grief can do really wonky things to humans, but this is wonky for sure. I'm Annie Sarnblad, and I teach microexpressions and all things nonverbal.
All right, before I even comment, I want you to listen to something else. Take a listen.
Holy that they are trying to replace Usha Vance with Erika Kirk, because Erika Kirk and JD Vance is their Christian nationalist wet dream. And you won't convince me otherwise. What is this? What is this body language? When did we start putting our hands up in the hair of our friends when we hug? Yeah, no, you don't. This is weird. Oh, and then there's this one. JD, why are your hands so low?
And just for fun, while we're at it, I just wanted to play you Donald Trump and Erika Kirk on stage, just to remind everybody. Take a look. Okay, so this all started with the Donald Trump and Erika Kirk on stage at Charlie Kirk's memorial. People were very, very uncomfortable with how they were on stage. And then, of course, the internet detectives started doing a deep dive and was like, hey, it seems like maybe they have a past. They did a deep dive and they found out that Erika Kirk was actually part of Donald Trump's Miss America, if I'm not mistaken. And there were rumors that, they were together before, okay? Actually, I have a video of that too. Take a look. All right, y'all know that Trump, he's definitely not a stranger to doing extracurricular activities outside of his marriage, okay? So that quieted down. And then now we see Erika on stage with JD and the hand and the hip. And you heard this nonverbal expert, and then the speculation starts rumbling of like, hey, is there something going on behind the scenes? And I had played for you guys a couple of days ago where JD literally was speaking on stage when somebody asked him about his faith and how his wife is an immigrant, and he preaches that, there's enough immigrants now, we need to close the border, we need to do this, and the Christian faith. And he literally got up and said, listen, I know I'm married to an immigrant, and I know that she does not practice my same faith. And he's like, I'll be honest with you guys, it's my hope that one day she does. And the camera pans to her and she's just like, you know what I mean? And like, again, I'm not going to play it for you again. I played it for you like 2-3 days ago. And I have heard some things behind the scenes of maybe even prior to this, there's something with JD and Erika. And for those of you who don't know, JD and Charlie were really close friends prior to him passing away. So they have a relationship. But then there was a relationship also before they were before they had a friendship. So it goes deep. I'm just saying that to say it's not like, hey, JD and Erika just met after Charlie Kirk was unalive. There's depth, okay? And there's talks that there's things that are moving around, and that Erika is this grieving how she decides that she wants to grieve. Let's just leave it at that. Now, the one thing I will say, I'm not a nonverbal expert like how this lady was, but you hear what she is saying, that there's definitely something wonky going on. I will say this. Even when people are doing things behind closed doors or secretly that they don't want people to know, when they are with that person that they're hiding things from, they do little subtle things to each other, like a look or a wink or a touch. And it adds excitement to what's going on. And it shows like, I can't wait for the day that we could do this publicly. So you'll walk by and it's a little like, and you're not remembering that you're on stage, and the camera will catch a little arm squeeze, or your hand should be here, but it's, 2 inches too low, or her hand wanted to be at the back of his neck, but then it's like up to where like a woman would put her hands when she's kissing somebody. So for the people who are like, well, why would they just put this on display? They're in the moment, they're on stage, they're not realizing. And because they're so used to doing this in the comfort of their own, I was going to say in the comfort of their own home, but I'm sure this is not going on in their home. It's probably going on somewhere else. You have tendencies to do these little subtle things for your own self or for the person, and you think that nobody will catch on. You think that nobody will see. So that's the rumblings. That's what is going on behind the feed and off the record. Pretty crazy. Let me know what you guys think. Comment. I'm sure some of you might not believe it, but this is the talk that is going on heavily, not just from here. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Oops, I totally forgot. We have some more stuff on Erika Kirk. 2 other things I wanted to tack on here. Erika Kirk breaks down in tears while watching a video of Charlie in a new interview. Erika Kirk opens up for the first time since the passing of her husband, Charlie Kirk, a preview of an emotional sit-down show with her breaking down in tears after watching a video of him. Okay, that's not right. This is not the first time, but maybe this is the first sit-down interview, because she did that interview like a couple of days after. Anyways, she's sitting down with Jesse Waters, and this is circulating online, but it's more circulating online because people believe and think that her tears are always fake. She always seems very performative. I had said that from the very beginning, even on stage at Charlie's memorial. She always seems like she's checking where the camera is, making sure that it's on, and knowing that she needs to be performative, and the tears don't sound real. Take a look.
I want to show you a video of Charlie talking about TP USA.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Just give me a second. It's the longest video I've watched of him. Just give me a second.
See, it's just the last. Like, give me a second. Like I don't know. that one is hard. I mean, parts of it do look real. I'll be honest, but then sometimes it's just like, what? Anyways, all right. So that was one other thing, and then the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about is the Tyler Robinson case that is coming up that I still haven't decided if I want to cover yet, and it was for one of these, and this is part of the reason. So Erika Kirk calls for cameras in the courtroom. Erika Kirk reacts to the defense's team to try to block cameras for the trial of the man accused of unaliving Charlie Kirk. Erika Kirk is calling for full transparency in the courtroom. She says she has seen all the evidence in the case against the man accused of unaliving her husband, and she wants cameras in the courtroom. Erika shared how cameras were everywhere when Charlie was taken from her. Every tear, every moment, every breath watched by the world. Now she says the public deserves to see the proceedings just as openly. She said there is nothing to hide. Let the world see evil for what it is. Grief doesn't whisper. Sometimes it stands up, demands truth, and refuses to let darkness hide. Pray for Erika. Pray for justice. Pray for the truth shining through every courtroom, every heart, and every step forward. Here is a clip. You could see Erika talking about the cameras. Take a look.
There were cameras all over my husband when he was murdered. There have been cameras all over my friends and family, mourning, analyzing my every move, my every tear. We deserve to have cameras in there. There's nothing to hide. I know there's not, because I've seen what the case is built on. Let everyone see what true evil is.
All right, so I did a quick glance at this to see if it was a federal or a state case. As you guys know, in federal, there is no cameras. State, there is always cameras. So I asked ChatGPT, it says, this case against Tyler James Robinson for the unaliving of Charlie Kirk is a state case from Utah, not purely federal. Robinson is charged by Utah County Attorney's Office with aggravated unaliving, felony discharge of a GUN, and obstruction of justice, and related state offenses. Okay, so it's all state, right? The charges include capital unaliving under Utah law, meaning the state is seeking the unaliving penalty, okay? While there has been mention that federal authorities, such as the FBI, are involved in the investigation, as of the latest reporting, federal charges have not been publicly filed. Here is the defense argument. They raise concern that the intense media and social media attention surrounding the case is creating a context tornado of images, commentary, and speculation which could prejudice the potential jury. The defense argues that visual coverage focusing on Robinson's appearance, clothing, restrained demeanor could undermine his presumption of innocence. For instance, they note that being shown in jail grabs and shackles might lead which might lead jurors to subsequently infer guilt. They say that limiting and banning cameras could help shift focus away from his physical appearance. He is no longer the subject of interest and towards the evidence. They point out that the media's right to access is not absolute and could be restricted when necessary to safeguard the defendant's right to a fair trial. What has the court done so far? The presiding judge, Tony Graff, has not yet granted a full camera ban, saying that more briefing is required. However, the judge has ordered some limited restrictions. For example, news cameras are prohibited from filming Robinson entering or exiting the courtroom or from photographing or filming his restraints. So, look, we all know that that's why in trials, defendants who are not granted bail, that they're not wearing jail clothes so that the jury can look at them as their peers and judge. The defense's argument is for two things. One, what every defense team does, they want to put this in now so that they can use it for grounds for a mistrial. Hey, there was cameras. Everybody already thought he was guilty in 2025 with media. They're automatically going to think he's guilty. So that's one, their plans for a mistrial. Two, it kind of makes sense, I'll be honest, because with this day and age, the media and social media, everything they have shown us and everything he's seen, you're automatically going to think he's guilty. And the way that our justice system is set up, you have to be judged by a jury of your peers, but you are supposed to have been completely pulled away from everything and not know the details and come with a fresh mind. But how does that happen in 2025? We talked about that a lot during the Diddy case, where everybody saw that CNN tape. How are you able to pull your mind away from that and judge somebody fairly? Now, in the case with Diddy, he was not found guilty for forced fraud and coercion, which that was what that tape was trying to show. So there is evidence that a jury that probably saw that CNN tape still found somebody not guilty, and he was only guilty of the transportation. So the judge, I feel, is making the right decision so far, where, okay, we're going to limit it. That's why you haven't been seeing too much about it right now. You don't see him in shackles or whatever, but the actual trial itself, will be sitting down in normal everyday clothes, that should be televised. Now, for me personally, if it's televised, I probably won't go and cover it. The whole point of me covering it is to give you guys access inside the courtroom and let you know what's going on, how people are looking, how things are going on. And if there's a camera in there, you really don't need me for that. So, I mean, like I said, the selfish part of me would hope that there was no cameras there, but I don't think that they're going to win. Now, what I do find interesting, the conspiracy person in me, there has been a lot of things online about the FBI making up stuff, that Tyler Robinson is really not the person who unalived. And if he was, there was other people that were helping him. We all know we've gone down the rabbit hole with Candace Owens, and she has said that she has a lot of evidence. So if that is true, and it's not really Tyler Robinson, then you wouldn't want cameras in there, because if the public gets to see everything and all the evidence like she's saying, then, and if there was holes, then the public would be like, yo, I watch it every day. This is missing, that is missing. So it's making me feel like she's very confident with the evidence. And she even says that. She's like, I've seen all the evidence. I want the world to see it. So that's now why I'm kind of leading on the side of the fact that the FBI may have a stronger case than a lot of people are letting on. If they didn't have a strong case, they wouldn't want the cameras in there. So we shall see, depending on, every day, or on the fence, depending on the more information we get, right? So of course we'll watch this closely and give you guys an update. So that is everything Erika Kirk that's been going on for the past couple of days. Wanted to put it all in one story for you guys. Now it's up to you. Sound off. Let me know what you think about the Erika Kirk and JD situationship. Erika Kirk's crying. Is it real or not? And lastly, what do you think about cameras in a room? Do you think they have the right guy? Do you think that the evidence will convince everybody 100% that this is the right guy? Sound off in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to quick news. Bring my bell. All right, in our first quick story, all right, this is huge. According to new legal docs obtained by TMZ, a judge just ordered Tory Lanez to sit down for a deposition in the Meg Thee Stallion case against Milagro. I was having a hard time pronouncing her name, Milagro. Megan's team wants to question Tory about his relationship with Milagro, and the judge says Tory can plead the fifth if needed. What a waste of time. He's just going to go in there and be like, I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth, I plead the fifth. Why? And I think this whole case is a bad look for Megan, but let me get through it and I'll tell you why, okay? Meg Thee Stallion's lawyers are going to pay Tory Lanez a visit in prison because a judge just ordered him to sit down for a deposition in the lawsuit she filed. According to new legal documents obtained by TMZ, Tory's attempt to dodge the deposition was denied. Megan is suing blogger Milagro Cooper for an alleged online campaign that spread misinformation about her in the wake of Tory's conviction in the case about her incident that happened with her and Tory and Megan's lawyers want to grill Tory under oath. Tory is still serving a 10-year prison sentence over what he did to Megan and her foot in 2020, and his lawyers tried to argue that the deposition might be detrimental to his ongoing appeal in his criminal conviction, but the judge wasn't buying it. Megan's team wants to question Tory about his relationship with Milagro, and they're already alleging he's behind the campaign to discredit her. The judge says Tory can plead the fifth at the deposition if he's so inclined to do. 2 previous attempts to have Tory Lanez sit down for a deposition was unsuccessful, so it will be interesting to see if the third time is a charm here in the light of the court order. Megan's suit against Milagro is set to go to trial on November the 17th, but it's unclear when Tory will be grilled by Megan's attorneys. A judge said the deposition will be at a date agreed upon by all parties. Okay. Now, we have been talking about this Megan Thee Stallion Milagro case backed and funded by the Jigamen, Jay-Z, Desiree Perez, and Rock Nation. And I'm going to say the same thing. I disagree with Jay-Z continuing to file lawsuits against Jane Doe, his accuser of last year. He never lets up. He just keeps going. The same thing that he's doing for Megan Thee Stallion here. And who am I to tell Jay-Z anything, right? He's a billionaire. Let him do what he wants to do. But I think from a public perception, it's really detrimental to Rock Nation, Jay-Z, and Megan Thee Stallion. I have told you repeatedly that Rock Nation is not only spending a lot of money on this Milagro suit, they're also spending a lot of money trying to rebuild Megan's reputation. Tasha K told you the same thing, heard from the same people, that the label is actively trying to make her be likable again because a lot of people think that she lied on Tory. She is not for the culture. She's this and she's that and whatever. That's why now she's with Clay, clean cut, good guy, have girls. Oh, we love them. They bought a house together. They might get married. It's all for her image. Okay. Nobody in the industry believes that it's a real relationship. Now, while they're spending money and posting on every blog that Megan and Clay are the new, Brock and Michelle and Will and Jada, the lawsuit comes the next day of Milagro, where she's saying, Tory Lanez was in jail paying content creators to make me look bad. He was trying to make me out to be a liar, and now I want to take Milagro to court. They spend money on deposing academics. They think Drake is behind it because Tory is his boy, and they think Tory was all behind it. And I don't know if Tory was behind it or not. I don't know. All right. I don't want to get deposed. But even if he was behind it, what is it going to do if you win this case against Milagro? Tory is already in jail, like fighting to try to get out. I was at the LA appeal. Like he's probably not going to win his appeal. You already won. So to be like, we put you in jail and then you try to, pay content creators to make me look bad. Like that's Jay-Z. Like he just wants to keep winning and burying it. And you might win for sure. But then what about public perception? And Jay's a billionaire. He might think like, who cares about public perception at this time? Well, I don't know how your wife feels about that, because we do know that Beyonce is not liking the image that you have anymore, Jay, and it's bringing down her image, right? And we know that there's some issues at home because of that. See, it's all just tied and looped in. So anyways, having Tory Lanez deposed, that's going to go out online now too. You're going to start seeing that, him and whatever. And it's just a bad look for Rock Nation, Jay-Z, Desiree Perez, and Megan Thee Stallion. I got to listen to me, but I know there's some Rock Nation people listening, and I just don't think it's a good look. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, in our second quick story, Snoop Dogg gifts his wife three rings and explains what each ring symbolizes. Snoop Dogg gives his wife of 28 years 3 rings on her 50th birthday. I think I have a little video. There might be some music. I might have to mute it, but here's a quick listen to Snoop Dogg. Yeah, okay. They start playing music, so I can't play it for copyright reasons. If I'm not mistaken, he says the first one is because you're my first girlfriend. The other one is for, hold on, let me listen and I'll tell you. Hold on. All right, the first one is his girlfriend. The second one represents her being his wife, and the third one is representing of him being her being the love of his life. Very beautiful, real nice, went viral around. Congratulations to Snoop and happy birthday to his wife, Shantae, I think is her name. But the next story is going to let you know why a lot of people are talking about this, and then the next story that goes with it. So let's just go over to our third quick story and Tekashi 6ix9ine. All right, our third quick story. 6ix9ine clowns Snoop Dogg for cheating on his wife with Selena Powell and then treating her like a princess. Take a look.
Boot up, baby. Hi, boot up. This is making love to a Your wife is watching this right now like, damn, you didn't even put LMA for me. You treated her like a princess. You put an LMA on. Like, your wife should see this and be like, nah, you need to stop. Leave this little 6ix9ine kid alone. Like, look what you doing for Selena Powell.
All right, so we've heard the rumors and I've seen the video where Selena Powell called Snoop Dogg FaceTime, then she recorded it, and he had some white stuff on his nose and just the whole thing. We've all heard it. So of course, because this video was making its rounds, then there's been a lot of rounds making saying, hey, you're giving away these rings, but we do know that you're out here, doing your thing. So just wanted to show you a balance of what's going on with Snoop Dogg, but let's concentrate on the positivity and happy birthday to Snoop Dogg's wife, Shantae. All right, our fourth quick story. Ja Morant suspended 1 game for conduct detrimental to the team. Ja Morant has been suspended for 1 game after reportedly clashing with the Memphis Grizzlies coaching staff. According to reports, tensions rose following a tough loss. And when asked about the incident, Morant told reporters to go and ask the coaching staff. The suspension comes as the team continues to struggle early in the season. Suspension came as a result of the Grizzlies coaching staff challenging Morant's leaderships and effort in a post-game exchange after the loss to the Lakers Friday night, to which Morant responded in a tone deemed inappropriate. So it wasn't. A lot of people think it was the reporters, which I'm going to play a clip for you right now. It was actually also things that he said directly to the head coach. But here is what ignited everything online. Listen.
What went wrong to you today?
Go ask the coaching staff.
Do you feel like, there was anything you could do differently, I guess?
You go ask them. They had a whole spiel in here, so.
Yeah, so like I said, there's nothing wrong with Ja saying to a reporter, go ask the coaching staff, go ask the coaching staff. That's not what he's suspended for. It's the coach questioned him about his leadership. He said something to the coach. We don't know, but that got him suspended. Now, for those who've been listening to me way back in the days where Ja was suspended for having a GUN in a club, y'all remember that? And then he was it once in a club and then once, I think, online. He got like 2 suspensions. Remember, he had to miss half a season or whatever. And the first time I tried to have his back, and then the second one I was like, all right, Ja, you're being ridiculous now. So I've always been a fan, but we do know that, he has some struggles. I hope to see him overcome this at some point. There was a time where people thought Ja was going to be the face of the league, and it's just sad to see where he was to where he is now. But I always liked him, and I hope that he can overcome, and the Grizzlies could, be a contender coming up in the playoffs. So, anyways, let me know what you guys think about Ja and his attitude. I was getting him in trouble in the comment section below. All right, in our fifth quick story, Diddy seen chatting with fellow inmates at Fort Dix prison. Okay, Diddy's just one of the boys behind bars laughing and chatting with other inmates in the yard in a new photo from Fort Dix prison. All right, this came out yesterday, and I'll play some other pictures as I'm speaking here. And a lot of people were I don't know if they were like shocked to see him like smiling or looking kind of like he's mingling and getting along. And I don't know if you got the impression that like he sit down crying every day, but this is how he was in the courtroom every day. I told you guys, he came in the courtroom, he would smile, he would wave, he would say what's up, he would give the heart to like his families, he would say what's up to me, to other people that he would recognize that were there daily. He was always very friendly. He came in, he hugged all of his lawyers, not just a handshake, but hugged every single one of them. They were laughing, they were getting by. And, you know, I said that maybe there was like maybe 1 or 2 days that he looked like, I don't want to say stressed, but he looked like he was a little bit overwhelmed. But he still always came in with a presence of positivity and of I don't know if I want to say happiness, but just positivity. And I think that's just what he's doing here. He's not letting the situation overcome him. And I think probably it's from being in the spotlight for the past 30 years where he understands that people are always watching him because he's Diddy. So the fact that you're outside, and I don't know if this is a drone footage or somebody that had a camera, or we don't know where the pictures are coming from, but he is just always aware of his surroundings, and most celebrities are like that, so you never catch them in a place. So I see a lot of comments of like, oh, you know, he's there doing his time, he's enjoying his time, etc., whatever. And I'm not saying that he is or isn't, but what I am saying is don't let the picture of Diddy putting on a face because he knows that he has to do that make you think that you have a window into what he's going through. That's all I am saying. So let me know what you guys think about these these pictures in the comment section below. All right, our sixth quick story. Godfrey doing an amazing Donald Trump impression. All right, normally I wouldn't just throw in like comedic impressions, but I saw this online. I thought it was hilarious. I've literally watched it like 10 times. I wanted to play it for you. Here is comedian Godfrey doing Donald Trump. It's hilarious. Take a listen.
So here's your president. I'm in Washington. I send out my black soldiers. Can you believe it? I got black soldiers. I surround myself with black soldiers just in case, so people think I'm so racist. I'm not racist. I'm farther from being racist. Look at my black soldiers, all 3 of them.
It's just how he says the black one. When he sucks in the air. Yeah, but y'all just thought it was hilarious. Yo, shout out to Godfrey, man. Let me know if you guys think this is funny. It's hilarious if you ask me. And it sounds exactly like what Donald Trump would love to say and what he would do if he could. Anyways, it's had me in stitches. If you want to watch the whole thing, go to our Instagram page, The Trent Out Loud Show. Hilarious. All right, and our 7th quick story. Before I read this, I just want to let you know that it's cap. The only reason why I'm reading it to you is to let you know that it's cap because it's been picking up steam and it's just not true. Cardi B has allegedly moved out of Stefon Diggs' house after he informed her that he was expecting twins with Kayana Barber. Remember we told you this story 3 or 4 days ago, the girl who allegedly Drake wrote the song, Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Yeah, okay, that girl. There's been reports that Stefon has her pregnant. DJ Academics stirred the pot when he publicly suggested that Stefon Diggs is expecting a child with Kayana Barber, the woman long rumored to be the inspiration behind Drake's In My Feelings. He posted images and commentary hinting at a pregnancy and tied Diggs to it, which immediately sent social media into a frenzy. The post racked up massive engagement and fueled speculation across the entertainment platforms. However, despite the volume of conversation, no direct statement from Diggs or Barber have confirmed the claim, leaving the situation firmly in rumor territory at this stage. At this time, Diggs is already publicly expecting a child with Cardi B, a relationship and pregnancy that has been confirmed through reliable media outlets. The contrast is partly what amplified the speculation as fans and gossip pages begin to debate whether Diggs may be welcoming a child with 2 different women. Until either party addresses the talk or legal filings surface, this remains a viral rumor sparked by academics rather than verified situation. Okay, if that's the case, why would you make this cover like this? Anyways, whatever. Look, y'all know, I'll break it down. What I've actually heard is true is that she really is pregnant. I don't know if this is really the girl that inspired Drake. I actually, from what I've heard, I heard it was Kim Kardashian and Keisha Shante. Shout out to Keisha. But I did hear that Diggs actually does have her pregnant and she's expecting twins. But I've also heard that Cardi B hasn't moved out and Cardi B's not bothered. So there's a lot going on here. The pregnancy, I heard, is true. We don't know if she really inspired Drake's song, but it's false that Cardi B has moved out because they're not even actually living together to move out. And further to confirm, just today, Cardi B was at Stefon Diggs' game, the Patriots game, sitting beside owner Robert Kraft. Here's a picture. You could see it's been almost making headlines. Cardi B at Stefon Diggs' football game. Now, here's one asterisk to make things a little bit more confusing. Sorry, but this is how rumors and behind the scenes. I should put this in behind the feed off the record. I have heard from a pretty reliable source that because Cardi wants to save face and make it look like everything is okay, that's why she has showed up to the game and sitting beside and having it go all on social media to quiet the speculation and the rumors. So people are like, oh, this is not true. So we'll see how it all boils out because obviously, you know, Cardi doesn't want to look bad out here. She doesn't want to give Offset any more ammunition. He already put out a diss track on Friday saying you left Jordan for Rodman. He's just a rebound, blah, blah, blah. A bunch of people have told her that he's no good. So she's going to try to make the situation look as best as she could. She hasn't moved out because they were never living together. The girl is pregnant. Cardi doesn't care, or she's acting like she doesn't care. And she's at this game here to remind everybody that she's still in love, or she's still with her baby daddy, Stefon Diggs. Y'all might have to rewind that for it to make sense. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. All right, in our 8th quick story, Meek Mill was detained after police received a call about a man with a GUN. No GUN was found. Meek Mill was handcuffed and detained by police last night after they called about a man with a GUN in a vehicle. According to entertainment journalist Lauren LaRosa, shout out to my fam, Lauren LaRosa, she said no GUN was found upon Meek's detention. In a statement, officials tell Lauren on Saturday, November the 1st, 2025, at around 4:16 a.m., police responded to reports of a male with a GUN in a vehicle in the vicinity of West 46th Street and 12th Avenue within the confines of Midtown North Precinct. As part of the investigations, officers stopped 3 males in a car matching the description and license plate provided by a witness, and no firearm was recovered. The investigation was completed and no arrests were made. All right, so yesterday's episode, we told you guys about, we heard Meek being arrested. Meek came out on Twitter, was like, yo, they arrested me. We don't know anything that's going on. I told you I would try to find out. But of course, Lauren, the amazing journalist that she is, she found out for all of us, all right? This is what Lauren wrote. She said, just spoke with law enforcement sources on Meek Mill being detained outside of Harbor Nightclub in NYC. Police are claiming, I like that she's using the word claiming, Meek was detained and then let go after they received a call about a male with a GUN in a vehicle, and no GUN was found. So we can leave it up to maybe somebody called, or maybe the police were, doing their own little thing. Now they didn't find anything on Meek, and they're blaming it. They're like, oh, a witness told us that we need to search you. I feel like that's BS, and they just wanted to badger Meek Mill. Anyways, hope Lauren gets to the bottom of it. Again, shout out to my family. Yo, the Breakfast Club. You know how we do. Let me know what you guys think about this and the police in the comment section below. All right, in our 9th quick story, just warning, I have no idea what Elon Musk is saying here, but I do find it interesting. Elon Musk warns that phones will be gone sooner than we think. Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk has once again stirred global debate with a bold prediction about the future of technology and artificial intelligence. Speaking on the Joe Rogan Experience, Musk claimed that within 5 to 6 years, AI interfaces will replace conventional operating systems, mobile phones, and apps, ushering in a new era where humans interact directly with intelligent systems. According to Musk, future devices will serve merely as edge notes for AI, eliminating the need for traditional communication services. There will only be a device and audio, and most of the components people consume will be generated by AI, he said. The billionaire emphasized that the limitations of human bandwidth will naturally shift away from screens towards seamless AI-driven interfaces, redefining how humans create, communicate, and consume information. The remarks quickly went viral on X, formerly Twitter, dividing the public's opinion. Some users questioned the practicality of an AI-dominated future, from data management to human communications, while others welcomed the idea, calling current apps clunky and outdated. Musk's forecast highlights a potential turning point in human technology interaction, signaling the end of the smartphone era and the dawn of AI. Okay, y'all know how much I love technology, I love future stuff, and I'm always saying, and I always remind people, we are living in the past. What does that say? That regardless of how cool we think we look right now, the clothes we have on is cool, the iPhone, it's the coolest thing ever, you're gonna look back and laugh, just like you did 10 years ago or 10 years before that or whatever. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, you remember dial-up internet? That was crazy. You know what I mean? Like, you remember the BlackBerry? You never thought there was anything gonna be bigger or crazier than BlackBerry. You didn't think there's anything going to be crazier than MySpace. So the same way how it's like, well, of course, it's just going to be Instagram, and Instagram is the craziest thing, or Twitter is going to be the craziest thing, or because we've had the same iPhone basically for 10 years, we think we're going to have this for the next 50 years. But there will become a time where we look and laugh. You're going to laugh. You're like, you have to carry around this big thing. You have to put it in your pocket. I'm going to watch these shows back in 10 years and be like, I used to read from my iPhone thinking that it was the coolest thing, and it's going to look crazy to us. I mean, like, how could we have opened our phones and clicked on the Instagram app, then close it and went to the Twitter app and then close it and went to Facebook and et cetera, et cetera. So even though I had no idea what I just read, and I don't know what it means that the AI and it's going to be an edge note. And basically what he's trying to say is that AI will know everything, like, for example, that I need and I do for my show, and I won't have to go around to these platforms. It will just tell me everything, and it'll all come from like one source. So I guess kind of like how cable TV puts all these networks together. And if you think about it, just like what we spoke about yesterday with Disney taking ESPN and stuff away from YouTube and going on their own platforms. If you think about it, we do have a lot of individual like apps and platforms, right? Like, there's Netflix, then you have Amazon, then you have Apple, you have this, you have that. Like I said, CNN is streaming from their own app now for a couple of bucks. I'm sure Fox maybe already has one or is going to have one, and Peacock, blah, 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 blah. So it does make sense, instead of having folders and all of these apps, you might just have one thing that just gives you everything. And right now, Instagram knows you from your algorithm and feeds you that, but then you go out and you go into another app and it's a whole other algorithm. Guess what he's trying to say is that your algorithm will just be AI and will know everything and just put everything in one place for you. And it won't be a smartphone. It will just be a whatever it is. Whew, I think I maybe kind of understand it. Anyways, let me know what you guys think and if you're excited for the future. And for those of you who are not excited for the future, there are early adopters, then there are, I can't remember what is in marketers, early adopters, and then there is something and then whatever, and there's people who are like slow to the party. The people who are slow to the party, I never understand, because you're going to have to come over to that site anyways. Oh, I'll never have a cell phone. What do you need a cell phone to call me on my house line? Everybody has a cell phone because you can't live without it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to do stuff online. You cannot do stuff if it's not online. So I know some of you might be hesitant, but the world will adapt and you'll have no choice but to adapt to it if you want to live in the world with the rest of us. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, our 10th quick story. Nah, this Halloween costume is insane. All right, just quickly here, of course, Halloween weekend. Always cool, when Halloween falls on the weekend. Here is, I'm going to just play it beside me. Here is what I think is probably one of the best costumes for those who are not watching the video. This is the White House on someone's head, and the East Wing has a tractor that is demolishing the East Wing. And that's where Trump is building his ballroom. And it's literally, I don't know, it looks like it's maybe 10 feet in width. Very, very well done. I don't know how people have the time to do this, but salute. Amazing costumes. Let me know if you guys saw any costume better than this in the comment section below. All right, our 11th quick story. The Blue Jays were this close to winning the World Series. World Series was last night. Again, for me, not a big baseball fan, but of course, LA and Toronto, of course, I had to tune in. I will say, I asked my neighbor, is baseball always this exciting? And my neighbor plays baseball, and he was like, this is probably one of the best World Series ever, and maybe one of the best games ever. So I watched every game, and baseball is good. Baseball is fun. I might have to tune in next year. I saw Magic Johnson say in an interview, he's like, because of this World Series, we probably picked up some new fans. Now, I won't go as far to say I'm a fan of the MLB, and I'll be watching regular season games, but I do have more respect. Very, very exciting World Series. And again, for those of you who are not seeing this, this is a picture of one of the runners coming in at home plate, and he's literally inches away, and the catcher has to catch the ball, lean to catch the ball, and his foot comes off the plate for 2 seconds, but then he puts it back down, and it's literally inches away. Having said that, I saw a second video to this picture, and apparently when the guy was on third base, you're supposed to lead third base a little bit more, and especially after the ball leaves and is at the plate, he should have had a little bit more of a lead. If he would have had 2 or 3 more steps, he would have made it home and they would have won the World Series. So super, super close. Here's another image here. Bottom of the 9th, 1 out, bases loaded, and the Blue Jays still could not win the World Series. Again, I'm not a baseball expert, but I will say Toronto was leading the series 3-2. They lost Game 6. They had potential to win Game 6. Yes, the ball getting stuck under the mat was, I still think, unfair, and I think they made a mistake ruling that, but okay. They were leading the entire game. It was 0-0, but they took the first lead, I think, in the 3rd inning. Then they got it to, I think it was 1-3, and then they were always in the lead, 4-2, and then they allowed LA to creep their way back in. And then in the 9th inning, you have the bases loaded with 1 out, and then on top of it, you have your best batters, the first to 4th spot. Vlad. I don't understand how they couldn't bring in a run. Not a run, but how they couldn't get somebody to home plate. They had their opportunities, and they had their best guy up have an opportunity. And even there's another guy that close to, he was maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 feet away from getting it over the fence, and they just couldn't get it. There was 3 or 4 times. But sports, the World Series at this level, it's inches, it's little things like this home plate. You had opportunities and you blew it. It was really surprising how close they came. Having said all that, I do want to give credit to the pitcher, Yamamoto. Somebody says, yeah, I'm not sure how many people actually realize how incredible it was to throw pretty much 3 scoreless innings against the deepest, most formed offense in baseball with the World Series on the line. 0 days rest after throwing 100 pitches to get the Dodgers to Game 7 the night before. Just unreal grit and skill. So as much as I'm dragging Toronto for having the opportunity, having their best batters go up, they were still up against the MVP and one of like the best pitching performances in a Game 6, and then you come and you rescue your team in the bottom of the 9th. Just gotta salute them. But I think the Blue Jays lost Game 7 as opposed to LA winning it. For my sports people out there, you know the difference. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, in our 12th quick story, Obama tells a screaming woman in the crowd that she's cute, but Michelle is fine too. Take a look.
I love you, but hold on. I heard you, girl. Just settle down. I'm here to talk to everybody, not just you. I mean, you look cute, but I am married. Michelle's fine too.
At a recent rally, a woman in the crowd yelled, "I love you" to Barack Obama, and he hilariously responded, "I mean, you look cute, but I'm married. Michelle is fine too." His reply drew laughs, and it was seen as a lighthearted moment in an otherwise very serious campaign event. All right, I just want to share that with you guys quickly, a little like Obama humor in the height of this very political campaign couple of weeks. So I just want to put that out there for you guys. Let me know what you guys think about Obama and his comments in the comment section below. All right, y'all. This brings us to everyone's favorite segment, comments of the day and social discussion of the day. Before we get started, y'all know I have a very important question for you. Is your computer, laptop, or cell phone vulnerable to data breaches? Well, let me answer that question for you. Yes, it is if you are not using Aura, the all-in-one digital security platform. Go to my sponsor below, aura.com/trendoutloud to get your 14-day free trial to see if any of your data has already been exposed. If you're ever wondering how scammers get your cell phone number or why your inbox is flooded with spam, here is why. There are companies called data brokers, and they sell your data, and they do it without your consent, and they make billions of dollars selling it to marketers, scammers, or even stalkers. That is why I recommend today's sponsor, Aura, to my family, friends, and out louders. Aura takes care of the hard part for you, automatically removing your information off of these sites and keeping it off. Aura is an all-in-one digital security platform. You may already have a digital security tool, but not having Aura is like locking your front door and keeping your back door and windows open, and you would never do that. With Aura, you get alerts if any of your personal information is ever found on the dark web, real-time fraud alerts if any of your credit card banking information is ever found on the dark web, a secure VPN, antivirus, password manager, and they also have US-based customer support around the clock to help you. Also, in the event of anything ever going wrong, Aura also offers a $5 million identity theft insurance package. So you're covered 360 and 365 in the year, 365 days of the year. I am adamant about stopping scammers. You guys know how much I hate that. I told you guys all the time, especially with this whole Jamaica thing going on, don't send your money to scam websites. Aura is amazing. I don't understand why when we shop online or buy something online or put our information online, the people who we give our information to are legally allowed to sell it to data brokers for them to go and make money and potentially have it going to people to scam us. I think the government should step in. Until then, at least we have Aura to help us protect ourselves, all right? The link below, it's the second link below, or the QR code beside me. It's a free 14-day trial. Sign up today. Even if you don't want to continue, that's up to y'all. I wouldn't not continue, but at least for free for 14 days, they could show you all your information that has been put out there, and they could take it off the internet for you for free, okay? So make sure y'all sign up today. Now, we're going to go to Super Chats. This is from FMI Vida. I think she says something about her name here, but she says, another thing, what time do you come on? First of all, I didn't sound the horn. Thank you for the Super Chat. The name threw me off. Another thing, what time do you come on? I'd love to join social discussion or question of the day. I'm in BXNYC. I like colored towels too. All right, that was from a social discussion where a girl said that whenever she goes over to a guy's house and he gives her white towels, or anyone's house with white towels, she feels that's a red flag, and it's intrusive because no matter how well you shower, the towel is going to become dirty. And why does she want to leave that at someone's house? Hilarious. The FMI Vita also says, it's me, Feisty Lioness. There we go. So Feisty Lioness 27. Your YouTube be changing. Sorry, not your YouTube. YouTube be changing my name. Weird. We met at the expo. Uncle Out Loud signed books for my boys. Oh, okay. Yes. No. Feisty Lioness 27. Okay. I think that is Feisty Lioness. I think that's your Instagram name is what you're saying, right? Anyways, sorry that I took a day or so to reply to this. I don't know. Normally I get a notification when you do a super chat, but thank you very much for this. Also, my new thing, we are going to obviously still read comments of the day. We will always read out all super chats, but I'm still going to be replying to, we're not replying, but reading out one comment. So here, and then we do it live for you. I'm going to go, yeah, here we go. And we randomly just stop on one, and I'm going to read this one right here. This one comes from Cash Peewee 2, says, oh, this is a rude one, but hey, we're going to read it. STFU with the nonsense about the king and UK. It's not the king, but the government who decides when and who and how much to how much. So stop the propaganda and get the facts without sounding like a DUMBASS. Unless the king pulls his own pocket, then it lies with the government. And as for the whole comment about enslaved people, nonsense. England was the first to abolish that and send men to fight to stop it. Go read and know your history books. Okay. Somebody replied and said, Jamaica got independence from Great Britain in 1962. I really wished that at the end of enslaved people would have solved everything else. So we're not going to get into the history because I do know my history and I know that it ended, but I also know where it started. So you, my friend, Mr. Cache Peewee 2, I think you should do your research because that is where England had their enslaved people. And I'm not here to talk about when they ended it and how they ended it because they were the ones who started it over there. A. B, the government was the one who made the decision to donate the 1.5 million pounds. However, the King Charles, who is the head of state of Jamaica, like you said, could go into his own pockets. Would that be a problem for him to donate some money of his own? We first of all, it was a content creator, and yeah, I agree with her, and a lot of people are saying that. So are you trying to say that it would be a problem for King Charles to pull into his own pockets and see, hey, the government is only giving 2.5 million, and don't act like King Charles cannot call his government and say like, hey, 2.5 million pounds, like, do you know the history between these two countries? Like, do you know that I am still the head of state of Jamaica? Yo, pull up with maybe like 20 mil or 30 mil. And then if the government decides and says, sorry, King Charles, we're not going to do that, then would it be so horrible for King Charles, who is the head of state of Jamaica, to go into his own pockets and give money? There's a soccer player, I can't remember his name, he donated $20 million. So you're telling me King Charles can't donate 5 mil, 10 mil, something? Thank you for your comment. All right, let's go to social discussion. Let me take a screenshot. let's go to social discussion. What is social discussion today? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Hold on. Sorry, guys. We know we're not editing anymore. We're keeping everything. Oh, here we go. Yeah. If you could talk to your 10-year-old self. Here we go. Yeah, we're not doing any edits anymore. We're keeping everything organic. All right, here we go. If you could start life at 10 years old with what you know now, would you? Let's read a couple of comments. Well, that's why I didn't put this as question of the day, because everyone's going to say yes. So yes, I would. Yes. Do you love, okay, I'm not going to put that. Cherish the people in my life while they're here. Okay, no. Invest in Apple, Google, Amazon. Yes, my life would be so different. Nah, big dog, I'm good where I'm at. If I didn't have kids, yes, but I love my little ones. No. No accidental wrong move, and I'm more than good now. Somebody said, hell yes. Somebody said, in a heart reach. I'd be rich by 14. Fall in love with change. So I wanted to talk about this. We talked about something close to this a couple of days ago, and somebody in the comment section told me they really liked it. So I just wanted to use this as a reminder. So of course, if you could start life over at 10 years old, knowing what you know now, I understand surface level will be like, great, all the lessons that I've learned, I know them, and I start at 10 and you'll be amazing. I want to remind the people who think that what Kobe Bryant said. It's not about the destination, it's the journey. And there was even a golfer, I can't remember his name, I think it's Scotty Scheffler, where he was like, it's not winning the tournament, because once you win the golf tournament, it's Sunday, you take your shot, you put it in the hole, you're like, yeah, I won. And then 5 or 10 minutes after, you're just like, okay, no, it's back to regular life, right? Like you go to sleep, you wake up the next morning and you're still you. So I say that to say, and just to remind everybody that the knowledge that you have now that you would take back to 10, you would just have the knowledge, but that the experience would be gone. And the experience is the beautiful part of life. And regardless of whatever life you live, it's your life, and that's the beauty of it. So trust me, I just did a vlog about, where things that are in my life presently, and no one's life is perfect, but that's why after it rains, there's a rainbow. So the good, the bad, the ups, the down, the ugly, the muddy, the grind, whatever, that's what makes the next days of beauty so beautiful and so appreciative, is because you know where you grinded from. So just take that into consideration when you're thinking about things of like, I wish I could just go back. I wish I could just go back. The fact that you wish you could go back means that you already learned the lesson. Now just focus on that lesson. You're still alive. God willing, you're healthy. Take that lesson and go forward, because you still have the opportunity. Okay. And it's moments like this where I need to take my own advice sometimes. That's why I like talking about these things. All right. And lastly, before I go, I didn't tell you how to do super chats, but I'll just do that right now. For those of you who want to do, I always call it super chats. It's super thanks. Super chats is when you're live. For those of you who want to send super thanks, like Feisty Lioness, you could do so by using the button at the bottom underneath every video. You'll see like, share, remix, whatever. If you're on your phone, you might have to slide a little bit over. You'll see thanks. You click that button. A little thing will pop up. You could slide depending on how much you want to give. It's a way to give back to the show. A lot of people have always asked me, hey, I watch you every day. How do we give back? Do you have a PayPal? Do you have a Cash App? This is the best way to give back and sponsor the show if you would like. And the beauty of it is that it highlights your comment, and you can write a comment in there, whatever comment you would like to get, and it sends me a notification. So instead of me randomly going on a comment, you get your comment directly to me, and I will read it out on next day's show. Feel free, if you want to promote something, to use that to promote something as well too, or just give me a comment and I will read it out.
Buy a super thanks by clicking the thanks button under your video. There are multiple price points a viewer can purchase that each have their own special one-time animation. As an added bonus, Viewers will get to post a distinct, colorful comment in your video's comment section.
Also, I just want to remind you guys to sign up for the Out Loud membership. There's a link below in the description, and there's a join button on top of me. With the Out Loud memberships, you get loyalty badges, emojis, member-only live streams, member-only videos, early access to new videos, and member shoutouts. And just like one I dropped today, we have a vlog that I do almost weekly where it's very much like an extension of social discussion or question of the day, where I'll deep dive into something that's on my mind. In a couple of days, I'm going to do one of from an Out Louder that has a question about her son, and I'm going to give her my advice, and then the Out Louders in the comment section, in the member section, will give her that advice. So it's just a drill down, kind of more intimate setting than this one is. So please sign up today. When you get to the sign up or the pay window, you'll see different levels of memberships. They all give you the same access. It's just like a tip menu. If you want to pay a little bit more, whatever you can afford is always welcome. But Out Loud VIP, or family, it gives you all the same access. So feel free to sponsor or give back however you see fit. And we're grateful for everything that we receive. Let me know what you think about comments and our social discussion in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to question of the day. What is the worst breakfast cereal? All right, I can't believe this. Mini Wheats? What? Like, who asked for frosted things? Me? I like the white one and the brown sugar one. What? Mini Wheats are amazing. Now, the trick is don't put too much milk because then it gets soggy and you got to eat it quick. But what? Amazing. Fruity Pebbles? That ish look like dog food in milk. What? Fruity Pebbles is amazing. Another person said Lucky Charms. Okay, this is nuts. Wheaties. Raisin Bran. First of all, I love raisins, so Raisin Bran is amazing. Somebody said Raisin Brans taste like retirement homes. Okay, so far I've loved every single one. Smacks, full of sugar and looks like roaches. I don't know if I've ever had Smacks. Low-key Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's not amazing, but still good. Somebody said Grape Nut. Rice Krispie Treats, because what? What? Oh, you guys are crazy. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Pops. Pops is fun. Pops are not bad, but I like anything sweet. So all these cereals are going to be sweet. Honeycomb with oats, so good. Raisin Bran, so good. And that's the thing with Raisin Bran also, too. You have to not put a lot of milk. Those marshmallow ones, that's Lucky Charms, amazing. Grape Nut, any cereal with marshmallows, that's crazy. I feel like cornflakes and Raisin Brans are disgusting. When I was young, my dad used to make cornflakes. Well, not make, but prepare me cornflakes, sugar, raisins, bananas, and sugar. Did I say sugar? And sugar. And then, you know, those cherries in that jar with that little, like, that syrupy, the cherry. And then I put 2 cherries and then put some cherry in the milk so the milk is pink. Oh my gosh. Woo! Let me tell you, that's the best breakfast ever. Because cornflakes just have nothing on it, right? You just got to load it up with sugar. Anyway, shredded mini wheats ain't nothing but tumbleweed with frosting. Fruit Loops. What? Fruit Loops is so good. Lucky Charms. Kicks. Grape Nut. Lucky Charms. Life. Frosted Flakes. What? Shout out to my Frosted Flakes. Oh, this is honestly making me feel like I want to go out and buy cereal right now. Anyways, let me know what you guys think is the worst breakfast cereal. I think they're all amazing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, y'all, that is it for me. Thank you so much for kicking with me. I thought we had a great show. Before I let you go, just want to remind you of a few things. For those of you who want to sponsor, donate, give back to the show, please, there is a button right underneath us, a thanks button. That is your direct way to get some sponsor money into the show. You know, we're working hard for y'all, so don't hesitate. It also highlights your comments, and we will read it out the next day. Also, there is Out Loud membership, which is the first link below. Don't forget to sign up today. Those vlogs that I drop, people are really liking them. So if you want access to see them, sign up for memberships. Also, anybody who shops online or anybody who does anything online, which is everybody if you're watching this video, make sure you click the second link below and sign up for Aura. They are the leader in digital security, and they're offering a free 14-day trial to show you what they could do and show you the stuff that is out there and take it down. All right. So link below, QR code beside me. Also, before I let you guys go, just want to remind you of all the ways to stay up with the show. For those of you who like listening to your shows with podcasts or on podcasts, we're available on all podcast platforms. Just go to any site, type in Trend Out Loud, the show pop up. Do not forget to hit the follow or subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we upload a new show. Now, if you're like me and you like video, you like watching your shows, head on over to YouTube, type in Trend Out Loud, the show pop up. I'm going to need you to do 6 things. 1, hit that subscribe and like button, get the algorithming. 3, please try to comment below. You guys are my co-hosts. I need y'all in this show. For those of you who don't want to join in on the conversation, that's fair, no pressure. But please comment the city or country that you're watching from. This is a global show. And I love to see where you are watching from, okay? So ideally, yes, join in on a conversation, but if you don't, at least let me know where you're watching from because I need the interaction. I'm just talking by myself here, okay? I'll be looking for those comments. The 4th, if you are really liking the show, which I hope you are, please try to share it with your family, friends, and loved ones because it definitely helps in growing the channel, and that's what we're here to do. 5th, sign up for the Out Loud memberships. And 6th, hit that thanks button. Sponsor, donate, give back to the show because we are working hard for you, all right? We appreciate anything you have to offer. And of course, we'll read out your comments. For those who want to follow me outside of the show, I'm available on all social platforms. It's always the same handle, Trent Out Loud. I'm the most active on Instagram. And speaking of Instagram, please follow the Trent Out Loud show. We're very active on there. We post all of the videos that we cannot play in their entirety on this channel. YouTube is very strict with their copyright issues and the things that we could say. On Instagram, we put it all there. So if you follow the Instagram page, you're more looped in for when you come and watch the show. And then you're ready to comment below. All right. So make sure you follow us on the Trend Out Loud show on the gram. I hope you guys have a great night. Rest well. Or if you've already started your day, I hope you have a great start to your day. And this show helps you along with your day or your night. I'll see you all tomorrow, man. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trend Out Loud. Peace!